What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Together We Anime. This month we watched Prison School.
Black Air Force
She is a
energy.
Black Air Force. No.
If I didn't know any better, I would think it was like a anime of like Prison Break.
This anime is intense. It's silly.
Yeah.
It's immature. It's drawn beautifully.
Where you really love Prison School is just the interpersonal battles.
Rewatching it, like I was genuinely entertained. I was really, honest to God, entertained. Like voice acting and the delivery was genuinely the best part of this whole thing for me.
What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Together We Anime, the anime podcast where we watch, review, and rate a different anime every month with the goal of getting everybody and their mama to watch and enjoy anime. My name is Nick, and I'm here with NishoSoul, Stik Braxton, and as you can see, a super special guest, the one and only K Franks. Everybody go ahead and clap it up for K. If you aren't familiar with K Franks here, he was a part of the OG anime pod crew. He brought a bunch of laughter and fun perspectives to the pod, and we have brought him back for this episode because there was a lost episode back in the day. We watched Prison School. I didn't mean to say the anime, but I said it now anyway. We watched this anime. The file got corrupted, and it was lost forever. And we're trying to reclaim some of that magic. So hopefully we do today. So as I just stated, this month we watched Prison School for the second time. And we'll dive into the anime in a moment. But before we get there, make sure you subscribe to the Together We Anime YouTube channel. And most importantly, share your comments in the comment section on the anime Prison School. And also, this episode, I would like to shout out one of our commenters on YouTube, Awkward Comma. Shout out to you. Appreciate your engagement on the platform. Hope you stick with us for seasons, years, episodes to come, With that intro out the way, as always, for all the new people or people who only listen every now and then, going to give you a rundown of how the podcast works. We're going to review the anime in 4 segments. We're going to start off with our overall thoughts. So everything about the concepts, the writing, just overall feel. Then we're going to go into the characters. And then after that, animation and sound. So we kind of give you a full breakdown of what we thought. And at the end, we'll give the anime a 1 to 5 rating based on how much we recommend it to you. And right after that, we'll randomly select our next watch for the month of December. So make sure you stick around for that so you can watch with us. And that's it. That's all the housekeeping stuff out the way, all the scripted stuff. After this, there is no script. So who knows where it could go, Starting off with the first part is my synopsis of the anime. So Prison School, right? The Prison School anime is about a bunch of young boys that get integrated. Well, they're not young boys. They're teenagers. Teenage boys that get integrated into an all-girls school. And they get in trouble for doing what you would stereotypically assume that a bunch of boys would do once they get integrated into a girls' school. This school has a prison on campus, hence the name Prison School. And things happen there. Very intense, violent, eye-opening, crazy things. Things happen there. The girls try to keep the boys in jail. The boys are trying to break out of jail, prove their innocence, all this fun stuff. And at the end of the story, friendship prevails. Friendship and strategy, I guess, of some sort. And through that, we get a lot of interesting things, comedy, images, quotes, conversations. So we're going to get into all of that as we go through the different segments of the anime that we're going to discuss. So that's it for my synopsis. I think I did pretty good today.
Honestly, this is the most accurate one you've done.
Thanks.
Come to think of it, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I like it.
Pat on the shoulder, Nicole.
Mm.
All right. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and go into the first segment, which is our opinions on just the overall storyline and the plot of the show. So, for this first segment, I'm not going to put you on the spot just yet, Kay, being the first person out. So, I'm going to put the spotlight on the person that was the most excited to return to this anime. I'm looking at Stik Braxton.
Let's do it.
So, Stik, how did you feel overall about watching this anime for the second time? And maybe tell us a little bit about what you remember feeling watching it for the first time.
Got it. First things first, I would like to, because when we talk about an anime, you want to make sure that you're hydrating in the best way. And this is a classy anime. So I just want to, my crystal glass here really quick. And
Class.
really quickly.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Pour it up, pour it up.
My goat.
Yep.
This is my
Yep.
goat right
Yep.
here.
Yep. That's how you do it.
Hey, this is comedy.
So when you talk about classy anime like Prison School, right? No, in all seriousness. All right, so for the first, when I first
classy
watched
is
it,
the right word.
I think it is. The first time I watched it, I remember because I didn't know what we were running into, what I was getting into. I remember, fortunately for me, I watched it at night. You know, I don't like interruptions when I be watching stuff. I was like, maybe don't bring the kids. Y'all know what's gonna be on here. It could be violent on here, so I don't want Dante to just pop up inside there and watch it. So fortunately, I watched it at night, probably like 9, 10 o'clock. And it might have been the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life, because imagine him walking in on any of that first episode. Like, you feel me? So I just remember watching, I'm like, dog, why? What did we do? Like, did we make a mistake? Did we think this was something else? But the other thing I remember is I was like, let me go ahead and watch episode 2, like right off the bat, because I was intrigued off the bat. So overall, right, the story. I love these 12 episode anime because like they kind of force you to streamline your story. We don't have time for the filler. We don't have time for that extra stuff. Let's just get straight to the point. Episode 1, we already admit one thing. These boys is delinquents. They are menaces to society. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick's synopsis, she was like, oh, they're end up trying to prove their innocence. No, they were guilty. They were you know what I'm saying? They were
I
very
meant
much
prove
guilty.
their innocence for the later things they got set up for. I meant to include that in there.
I get it. And like
Okay.
we're rooting for them, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
But like, in all honesty, they're criminals.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
they
like,
1000% deserved everything. Not everything,
right.
but
So it's like,
they deserve to be punished.
so those first 2 or 3 episodes, like, yeah, I mean, they all deserve this. But the fun thing about it is that you don't you like both sides. Usually when you're anime, like, you hate somebody. I don't really hate anyone. And so the plot was more about the little intricacies part. So like you get each person's personality and that becomes a story. Like the overall one is just how did they get out of the prison? But then you have the personal battle between a couple of characters. You have the chairman and his daughter, like different things like that. So like it's a different type of show where the plot is the overarching part is important, and that's what our end goal is. But the more important stuff was the stuff in the middle, and that's really what kept us engaged, like the different small stories. So I think overall, I was more intrigued in the subplots over the plot, and I think once we get to the plot, it was like, oh, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So, but the subplots is really what drove the show, and I think they did a really great job on that. I will have more to say later, but yes, great on the plot.
All right. Next person I'm gonna go to is Nisho. Nisho, same thing. Do you remember a little bit about how you felt when you first watched it, and more about how you felt now?
Well, I know from the first time we watched it, there was so much controversy around why we watched it. It got corrupted. But honestly, I was just caught up when I first watched it, I was caught up and just like, yo, this is really a whole anime that's I'm really I was trying to avoid, even in my notes, I was trying to avoid comparing this to Penny and Stocking, but there's a certain niche audience for these types of anime, right? I'm being very careful in how I word this because I don't want half of this stuff to get muted on YouTube. So
Sure.
okay, depravity. I'll go with depravity, right? So that was in the air very, very obviously. So our first go around watching this, rewatching this, honestly, I found it to be way more engaging in certain ways than the first time. Because I think with the new format of how we've been reviewing it, it helped me kind of see things differently with this. And Stig mentioned like some of the intricacies they dropped within prison school with the whole plot. I'm like, it's engaging. Should we cheer for either side? Not really. But overall, yeah, the story for what it was really engaging. From I'd say more so for my second watch than the first watch, but yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go next. Kay will save you for last. Um, so my first time watching this, obviously, I was shocked. As like a new anime watcher, like we talked a little bit about what the anime was supposed to be about. So I expected some level of raunchiness. I wasn't expecting softcore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Hey, hey, that's old school Skinamax right there.
I call it what it is, man.
that was like HBO
It
where you
is.
try to watch it when your parents not around at night. Like you
When you
try
hit that,
to
when you hit that last channel.
That last.
you turn the volume all the way down. Turn the brightness down on the TV.
2 in the morning, goddamn.
So I was not expecting that. So that was very like, oh, okay, And then when you include the fact that it's about, the teenagers, I'm like, oh shit. But then I also wasn't expecting for the storyline to be got to choose my words carefully here. It was good. It was a good storyline. I wasn't expecting to be as funny in some parts as it was. And like this ridiculous kind of parody like kind of way. So that kind of threw me off. So in the end, I think I held it to a higher I thought of it more highly back then because I was actually shocked that the story was still good, even though it had all these other visual elements that I wasn't really like a fan of. So I felt pretty good about it back then. Watching it again, I still feel kind of the same way. Like, except I might be a little bit more grossed out because I forgot how much it was. And like after watching like Penny and Stocking, I was just like, oh my gosh, like like here we go again. But story-wise, like storyline plot-wise, like it was still good. And like Stick, I also enjoyed those side stories. And like I found myself wanting to see more of those side stories. So the ending was kind of like I remember I was like, oh yeah, I've kind of felt kind of disappointed by the ending. Not in a way like I don't feel like they ended it well because we did get a resolve. But it also was like you have all these other stories on the side that you never know what happens with. So overall, towards the story, I still felt the same. And towards the comedy and stuff like that, I still felt the same. But somehow I was a little more grossed out the second time than the first time. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am with it. So not Stick, Kay, we're gonna go ahead on to you. Same things, how'd you feel about your original watch and how you feel now? Let the people know since it's been a while.
Okay, so I grabbed the mic. It's not real. It's not recorded up there. It's just just so I can join the club. We all have mics. I didn't want to be the only one.
I appreciate the uniformity. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
2022 all over again.
So let me start this off, man. Somewhere in the world, you know, you get an opportunity for great things that happen in your life. Um, there's a 14-year-old, a group of 14-year-olds somewhere who prayed very hard for this type of show, and it delivered on every type of way. First watch, to be honest, man, I watched this in the comfort of my home as a single man, and I didn't find anything, wrong with it. I can admit that. The second watch, married man, daughter on the way, I felt the greatest shame ever. I'm not gonna lie, my wife was right by me, and I want to say for about every episode, and Cole can tell you, she was like, "This is terrible. This is awful. This is who would create this show?" And honestly, looking back as I've watched through the show, it's still fucking amazing. It's amazing. I'm sorry, it's amazing, and I gotta be honest, man. Look, the the slapstick comedy, the soft core porn, terrible, but it was done in a way where it was like, all right, it wasn't so much to where it just overcrowded the story. It flowed well with it, and honestly, I was laughing the whole time. I was laughing the whole time, and this was like my second time watching the show. I was just like, this is fucking good. This is good. And let me speak on the writer real quick. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that the writer did like some more like serious dramas, and you kind of see that going into this because it's like there are plenty of anime that has like dry jokes that just leave you like, all right, that was cool, that was funny, but this, like the scenes and like how like it's written where you have like the principal just being like, that's harsh, or you got these serious deadly ass scenes where the dude is like shitting his pants and it's like, yo, who? It's a poop joke, but it's
Yeah.
delivered so well that you're just like, fuck, that's good. That's good. So I wasn't hiding this show from anybody. I was telling coworkers, I was telling people, I was going around loud and proud with this shit. Now, still feeling ashamed,
Yeah.
but I was in it, man. I was in it. I will say, overall concept, like this stuff like it. I've never seen a show where, the guys do wrong, they go to jail, they get their punishment for it, and then maybe a little bit extreme of what happened to him, but it was like, I wouldn't mind if, you know if I had like a school system where y'all went to jail for a little bit amount of time and then came out, and then I also was like a successful principal with my own business, and just doing wild shit. I could see how you could construct this. But even
Uh-huh.
even that, it still makes me question with the writing, because it's all good. It's like, where, like, what type of drugs do you have to be on to make this? It makes no sense. Like, who was smoking the blunt and was like, you know what, be good. Let's let's make an anime. It's gonna be about jail, like Prison Break. No, no.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
I'm
Hell
talking. I'm
no.
talking. I'm talking. Girls Gone Wild. How's that gonna work? We're gonna make it. So yeah, that's the overall thought. Good anime. Good anime.
Ladies and gentlemen, why we love K Franks.
Fantastic.
The
Just
gang's all
absolutely
here.
fantastic.
The gang's all here.
Well, this was great. I mean, this is the first time we've been able to do this. Shout out to the corrupted foul. Everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Apparently.
Because we don't rewatch anime as a group, so
Yeah.
this is the first time this has happened, and it's great to. And that was some years ago, so it's interesting to hear how things have kind of stayed the same, but also changed a little bit. So,
Yep.
um, glad that has been the case. Now we're gonna go on to the next segment, and we're gonna talk about the characters. All right. And for this one, I am going to put you on the spot. Can have you go first.
Okay.
So let us know how you felt about the characters.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding the format right. We're talking about the characters that we liked, and then characters that we didn't like, and also attributes that we liked about them and didn't like about
Yeah, pretty much. And then
them.
like
Okay,
any other like added notes you wanted to add about like how they played into the story.
I've been waiting to get.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dang Kiyoshi.
Oh my
I
I'm not ready.
I've never seen a main character that I feel so neutral about. And let me explain.
Okay.
Kiyoshi is the main character that is supposed to take you through the lens of, okay, we're doing wrong, but we're also trying to do some right. But at the same time, he is very much perverted, just like the rest of his crew, which at that age I could understand. But Kiyoshi is one of those guys that comes close to clapping cheeks, but also can't do it because he's convinced that he just has these principles. And that shit just pisses me off during the entire show because he's constantly on the line. He's constantly walking this line of, I'm gonna do right. No, Kiyoshi, you're a piece of crap. Just be that. Accept it. It's fine. You know who you roll with, bro. Just be them. You are
Yes.
okay. Dude,
Literally.
when Kiyoshi was against Peepin, my man was like, all right, let's not do this. Kiyoshi, you led the charge. You were in there. You were in there the longest. You were in there the longest. And then proceeds to walk out like, oh, okay, I think I might get away with this. Those poor guys over there. Kiyoshi, you should be over. You should be over there. You know you should be over there. He's this constant dude who's like, I'm doing right. I know I'm doing right, but it's like, no, bro. You're just like you know better. Which brings me to my next guy. And this is the guy that I actually did like. I might be messing this up. Goku. Goku. I want to
Gaka.
say thank you, Gaku.
Mm.
That was like my first second favorite character, and I only say he's second because he's really under the principal, and I just like the principal because the principal just had these scenes where he would just be like, it's just tough, it's just oh. And I was like, God dang, like you just get that, it's just like that energy, like damn, I want to hate this guy, but he's just living his life, like he's just he's just vibing, bro. He's here for the
just
vibes.
just
I
vibing
love
is
him.
crazy.
Bro, I love it. Like even bro, like it's scenes where like he's getting caught by his daughter and he's like red-handed with this
He's
shit.
like, damn.
It's like damn.
Damn.
Bro, and
Oh my
the
god.
daughter is just like, oh, I'm so disappointed in my father. But the low key, like he's gonna keep doing it. Like, bro, she catches him like with the reflection of his computer on the window, and he gets caught, feels bad, but then proceeds to get blind so he can do it some more. And this is genius. This is genius. But it doesn't top my man Gokuda. And I, it's because Gokuda is like the loyal friend that you have in your squad. It's like, yeah, he might be a little bit selfish. Yeah, he's definitely perverted, but when it comes down to it, Gokuda will help you see it through. And he will even sacrifice his own self to make sure you get it through. And I don't know if you can have a better friend than that. The coveted scene where my man is destroying his pants. And rest in peace, the pants, man. Like, oof, that was tough to watch. That was tough to watch. I had you gotta understand, man. Like, I've had my fair share of like, farting in pants, but that was rough. That was rough. But he did that for a friend. He did that. Imagine you wrecking your whole life of 70 or whatever years in high school for your friends, for your ultimate goal. And then when it came down to see if he was gonna fold for his little action figurine, he crushed it. Like the one thing that meant to him, that meant to him the most, he was willing to crush it. Not only that, my man was like the planner the whole time. He was basically Batman. Like what? That's, this
He,
I don't
he,
know if the show goes on without him. Oh,
Yeah, he was Fat Man.
there we go.
Batman.
Yeah, Fat Man. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Uh, those are my guys, man. Those are my guys.
All right. So we just heard from Kay. I'm gonna move on to Nisho next. Nisho, let the people know how you felt about the characters.
So I don't know if I feel strongly about the principal as K, but I did put in my notes like Nick. I immediately thought of you with this. I was like, I forgot about the principal. I hope that Nick, one of Nick's AKAs for this man, is the booty warrior from the Boondocks. Cause good God, like my God, like my guy, like it was the mouse pad that probably should have solidified. Okay, I don't know if I should really believe in this guy, but okay, fuck it, we here. Um, Characters, right? I alluded to it earlier. Um, Honestly, as absurd as all the characters were, they were enjoyable. Like clearly, they were supposed to be exaggerated, teenage horniness. We can call it what it is. Uh, Man, Kay, you made a damn good point about Kyosuke. Literally, I really didn't realize it's like, yeah, he's supposed to be the protagonist. You're supposed to cheer for, but
Bro,
that line is constantly being
trash. He's
literally,
trash.
literally, because like that line of like you're supposed to cheer for the main, but he's just as much of a menace as his friends, which leads me to I think by the time I got to episode I think 5, where I was like, the premise of this being if we can't be pervs together as bros, we can't be bros at all. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much the whole anime. Yeah, like if we can't be degenerates together, why the fuck are we friends in the first place? I'm like, this is insane work, but in a weird way, like you see the teamwork of obviously the five guys trying to break out for their their path to innocence, and then the school council setting them up and all of it. It was engaging for what it was. They all did make it very fairly entertaining. Do I have any specific favorites? Out of everybody, I'd say Chio.
Why Chia?
Okay.
Okay.
She's probably the one bright spot that wasn't like drenched in
Cause she a ride or
perversion.
die chick.
That and she was like one of the
Right
very
there.
few that on top of like her being one of the very few characters that weren't like perverted throughout the whole thing. Like she was like the one like drop of innocence in this whole fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, that was really it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, my take on the characters, like, I don't really have a lot to say about them as an individual, but when I like try to think about how like like the characters still make the like the anime work as far as like the story, like one of the reasons like I like Kiyoshi, he's conflicted and like him bouncing back and forth makes him annoying, right? But then when it's like comes to like this classic type of like storytelling where like the main character supposedly has a guide that allows them to like be more decisive and get us
Mm.
to the end of the story, like that combination of him and Gakuda just really works out well. And as ridiculous as it is, like it really fills that needs of what you expect from like your basic story. And they do it well because they're both such like extreme characters in their
Yes.
own little way.
Mm-hmm.
So they really make the story work well as far as like that group. And then when you have the group of girls, you have over here, you have like I think it was her name. I wrote it down. Mari,
Mm.
Yep.
Kurihara. She
Yep.
was like the head of everything, and you automatically see her, and she don't play. Like she not somebody you about to come over here saying random dad jokes to try to make laugh at the party. Like you not even about to get that far. Like she's running everything. She's a leader, and she helped add some type of like sternness to the
Mm.
anime, which she was because she was kind of like the warden. She was the
Yeah.
president of the council.
Yep.
And then her supporting characters that you had in like Mako and Hana, you had these like kind of two different personalities that still had the same like mission of enforcement. As you have like Mako, who's like this hardworking kind of pick me, and then you have Hana, who's like like this the deranged enforcer, just unpredictable. Like they even kept saying it, like
Tsundere.
she's unpredictable, she's unstable, like
Mm-hmm.
but she's going to lay down the law at the end of the day. So I say all that to say, like, the people that wrote this are like and to hear what you said, Kay, about the writers and the experience they have with more serious anime, they know how to write. Like they know how to write the basic parts of a story. They know how to write the characters in a way that gives you all of those basic needs. And before I go, I don't want to go off on a tangent because I guess part of what I want to say I want to include last. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to wrap it up there. It's just overall as a character, it's like I said, I don't have any specific ones that I like or love or hate, but the writers and the way that they form the characters and their cohesiveness to push the stories along really worked for me. So yeah, that's one highlight of it. Stik, you can go ahead and go next. Let us know about your take on the characters.
So first off, I just want to get into what Kay talked about. I think perfect way to say about Kyoshi. And it's that, yeah, we do. Kyoshi is this. He's supposed to be. I'm using this word very lightly, but he's supposed to be the shining example of the five boys because all the other ones are like they're pretty much menaces. I would say Shingo isn't as bad as the other ones. Shingo tried to play it too cool, so he's probably the one. But Kyoshi is supposed to be like the shining example. And yes, on the outside, if we weren't privy to the stuff he would say inside of his mind, because I think that's really the problem, is that on the outside he'll say something like, "Guys, I don't think we should do this," or "No, we should do this." But we're allowed to hear your thoughts, my boy.
Yeah.
You want to do it. like you want to do it, but you don't want to do it for selfish reasons. You'll catch some glimpses of some of whatever you're looking for, and you like, oh, I can't tell the boys. Like you're just as, in fact, you might be worse because you selfish. You selfish. You're not sharing the goods. That's not bro code. First of all, like that's like he broke rule number one. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, Kay. That's why I love that you're here.
God damn it.
So for the characters, I think Nick's point is the biggest point. It's like a lot of times we'll have shows where it's like you have your favorites and then everybody else is just like, whatever. Like they add something, whatever, but they may get lost in the shuffle. I think everybody plays a part in this anime. Like nobody really feels like a afterthought. I think the only afterthought and the only character I could think of where I was like, we didn't get enough of his story was Joe. Yeah. And I feel like Joe and the ant thing, I feel like there was something more to that. Joe's a psychopath, by the way. I didn't realize it on the first watch. Like I watched the episode and I'm like, all right, cool. But when I watched the second episode where he was about to stab up old girl, I was like, why his eyes go red like that? Why did he all of a sudden become this? He's been chill all series, and all of a sudden he want to be a murderer. Bro is wild. You gotta watch him. That's all I'm saying.
It's always the quiet ones.
Damn.
Right? You feel me? He always got the hood on, boy. He a little crazy. But I just think everybody just works together. Nick was right. Mako is such a pick me. She's a very kiss ass. I think it's interesting because she's so physically like domineering, right? She's very advanced for her age, and they really make that a point. Behind the, they don't really mention it in the anime. I think they might mention it in the manga. The reason she's so infatuated and so in Mari's ass, Mari, right? Mari?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
The reason she's so much in her ass is because when she was in middle school, of course, Mako's things were large, and she got made fun of for that. But Mari is, helped her while the kids were getting bullied, so that's why she feels that such attachment to her. So without that piece of information, it just looks like she
don't play that shit.
Right. Yeah. And that's a cool thing about Mari too, is that Mari, if you watch the show, she really don't do no violence. She just, her words and her sternness, her aura is what really gets everybody off. Mako's always sweating around her. She's always, and that's kind of wild, but like she's always sweating around her. You know what it really means. Like it's sweat, but like what they want to show, but they can't because like it's like we're not a real hardcore, we're softcore. It's fine. It's fine. But like that's why she gets so intimidated by her. That's why like when she doesn't like not speaking to her is like a punishment for Mako. And I think that's what's cool about Mari's character. Mako's character, she's so physically domineering, but she still has this some insecurities with her. So I think that's a cool thing to play up for her. And it comes into play later when they do the arm wrestling thing. Like the whole series, she is usually hip to all their plans, but for some reason she wasn't hip to them. She got caught up playing an arm wrestling thing, and that's how it ends up getting caught up for the later end of the series. So I think small little personality clips in every person kind of plays into the show, and I think that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was trying to see if my favorite character changed, and it didn't. Hana is the greatest character on this show. She is the greatest character on the show, dog. She is nuts. Like she is crazy.
Sundara. Anyway,
on more than one occasion, she says to Kiyoshi, "If you do this again, I'm gonna kill you and then I'm gonna kill myself." Like she said it, but the crazy thing is, everybody just let it go. No one ever said anything. No, everybody just let that statement go and like, oh, we're gonna move on to the next statement. That's nuts. She's crazy. Now, granted, she went through a lot of trauma, right? And it's fun for her character too because every other character you kind of see like gets played for like the hypersexuality thing, but her character is so innocent, right? Because she's not used to that stuff. She wears like the short leggings or shorts or whatever they are. And so like she's not, you can tell throughout the series that she's uncomfortable with that stuff. She's not as mature as maybe some of the other characters. So that duality between her and Kiyoshi and the battle that they had throughout the series, it's just so fun to watch because it's like it's really two people who have no maturity when it comes to this subject. But they both get up in situations where that would probably happen to somebody way older than them and watching them having to deal with that. So I just think the characters overall, they just, like Nick said, they just drive the anime. And I think that's when you have characters that can drive the anime, even if the plot is not as detailed and complex, I think that makes for a great show. So A+ characters for me too.
Awesome. All right, so we'll go ahead and move into the next segment, which is the animation. So for this one, right. For this one, we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with Nisho. You can go ahead and kick this segment off. How you felt about the animation overall?
Okay, see, beautiful. I was, as everybody was going on, I was narrowing down my notes specifically for the animation part because, let me make sure I get my exact quote here. Let's see. Who signs up to voice act, animate, and write storyboards for things like Prison School and Pain and Stocking? I hope to see it should have been me for anybody who defends the animation in this. Okay, so we peeped who the animation's for. We know. There's a section of the internet that looks for a very specific version of this anime to watch in their own free time. We know who this is for.
Wait, there's a more specific version of this anime?
There's an uncensored version. I'm pretty sure somebody got it some bootleg somewhere. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's not. Or to Nisha's point, it's like, this is like the step below of what you could watch.
Okay.
Basically. But yeah, just for that specific part of how they emphasize certain things. But overall, honestly, the animation was really solid. Like, I mean, Matt, Stik, correct me here. Madhouse did this, right?
I'm not sure. The note I have is JC Staff is who did Prison School.
Oh, okay, JC Staff. Okay,
and I'll get into the other stuff that they did later.
Yeah, I was definitely about to ask about that because I was like, they've done hella anime, and I'm like, this one specifically, dear God. But visually, I will say, like, this is really good. Genuinely, really good. Like, put aside all the stuff that they hypersexualize. Like, genuinely, it was a good looking anime to watch from start to finish. Like, I think what I really dig was like, even with the prison environment, like they made it look dreary. They made it look like there is no hope for you degenerates to get out of here. Good luck. And on the other side of obviously being in an all girls school, they obviously emphasize, okay, it's all bright and beautiful, and we got to protect all the innocent. And I'm like, there's so much non-innocence happening. Y'all have no fucking idea. But yeah, overall, the animation I genuinely really did enjoy. Like, I honestly didn't really peep it until the second watch. So yeah, I'd say a plus on the animation.
Good stuff. All right. We can go on to K Franks next. What you got for us?
Grab my mic out for this one. Let's see. I don't have too much. I do just want to say I don't know if this was like the this design choice of the writer or just like the animation house, but the anime, without going too much into the next segment, it's almost drawn to be incredibly serious. Like even the intro of the anime, right? It's
Yeah.
like this, and again, I'm not going to touch too much of it, but it's if you see the pictures, right? It has this like serene image of Kiyoshi like looking into the like lands and shit. Like, it's like he's about to go on this great adventure. Like the
Mm.
whole team is going on this grand thing. They're gonna grow. They're really gonna bond. Really gonna, do all this stuff. They've got the hard rock music. Like this is the type of stuff that I expect from like Attack on Titans, Naruto. A legend, something legendary. But then you get into the anime, and you're like, oh, he just dropped the soap, and now he's behind it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold hold
It's
on.
misleading from the opening scene.
It's really
Goddamn.
this is really misleading. But
Grand Adventure titties. Anyway.
but look though, it's genius. And this is because at first I like the anime just because at that moment it was like, okay, this hits a lot of boxes for me. But now looking at just the way that it's drawn, it's like, oh, you have these characters who are complex enough that the story can go on. You have the main story that's like it's okay, but it's all right, and then you have the animation style that draws you into like these like Nisho was saying with these dreary scenes of like a prison, like if I didn't know any better, I would think it was like an anime of like Prison Break or some shit. But it was like no, this is a comedy, but the way the characters are drawn. It's like you see their expressions, you see their anger, and you see the beatdowns. Which the oh god,
The,
it really needs its own
I was gonna
segment.
say,
The
y'all was gonna
beat.
say the choreography, the fight scenes, they were good. I was shocked. I was genuinely
You can't
shocked.
even call them fight
That's why I
scenes.
said it's like seeing Mako hit a suplex. I'm like, God damn, like the fuck.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's serious. Like, and the amount of detail, it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. You're doing it for that fan base, but when like Kiyoshi got stabbed and like his yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the amount of detail to be like, and then the writing too, where it's like you're not just saying, oh, this is a sustained injury. It's like this is it's his hemorrhoid, and then but really it's because of what we think he's doing and what he might be doing. So it's like the I guess the depth with it, just to kind of take you into these scenes, it's not something that I would see from like an average comedy. Like this was, and then again goes to the writers. It's like it's clearly written by somebody that was like, I'm not just gonna make these guys laugh. I'm gonna make them fucking like fucking die laughing. They're gonna have a hysterical time with this shit. So yeah, it's A1 for me, man. I love it. It's enough like dark textures because I love animes with those they kind of dark tones to it, to where it makes you already within the first 5 seconds know what's going on, but then you get into it and you're like, okay, let me actually find out. So yeah, man, it's 5 out of 5 for me, man.
Understood. All right. Stick on to you. How'd you feel about the animation?
Yeah, so it's kind of difficult to talk about. Let's just go animation first. Animation first is beautiful. Like the crispness of the visuals and the colors and things way pop off the screen. It never feels like your eyes want to dart away, right? You want to stay onto the screen. I think it's vibrant. I think that they do just a really good job of keeping your attention, right? Like I was telling Nisho, the studio that did this, the anime, was JC Staff, um, and they've done a lot of different things. Um, the two that I would say, the three that I would say are probably the most popular. Oh no, actually four. Woo, there's a lot. They did One Punch Man season 2 and 3.
Mm.
Now granted, that season 3 they've been kicking their ass because some of the animation has been not been great. But I think they also did AI stuff, but that's another story for a
Oh,
very another day.
Oh,
Um,
keep going,
but
keep
they
going,
also
keep going.
did The Disastrous Life of Saki K, which is a very important anime as far as like the kind of like a slice of life comedy type of situation. We might want to throw that on the wheel one day too as well. Um, but the other one that they did, and it makes so much sense when you see what we watch. They did Food Wars. Um,
Makes
they did
sense.
Food Wars.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
makes sense for prison
Yeah.
school, but granted,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Food Wars is just an
yeah.
incredible story too. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
animation wise, you look at it, it's like it looks very similar. But then when you also think about what happens in Food Wars when the delicious food is delivered and eaten, makes so much sense, right? So the animation is great. Animation is great. I think some of the designs are also interesting choices. I think the first one that you kind of have to talk about, it's when you think of design, who's the first character you think of?
Mako.
Okay, so I get it, right? I get it. You want to sell this anime. You're like, listen, we want people to watch this anime. We already know who our target audience is. They just they they just hit high school. Likely they actually probably just hit puberty. They are raging right now. What can we do to what you call it to really get them into this anime? Hey,
Titties.
can, hey,
Yo.
can I see the character design for this girl? I like what you did
bigger.
here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Nick.
Yeah. Throw some titties
hey,
on it. Just
hey,
throw
Yo,
some
we gotta do
titties.
titties, goddamn.
hey, you see those? Go ahead and double those for me. Yeah,
Yo, yo,
go ahead.
yo,
Hey, just
look.
I am
supersize me. You feel me?
Bro,
Like
they came back and then they were like, no,
bigger,
I don't
bigger.
know.
bigger.
super size
Yo,
crazy.
he came up with like these interesting character concepts. He was
Oh
like,
shit.
that's nice. Throw some titties on it.
That's pretty
But like,
much it. That's pretty
and the
much
crazy
it.
thing is like, yes, is the anime hypersexualized in certain areas with a bunch of raging hormones going around? Yeah, but if you really think about it, she's really the only character that is design wise hypersexualized. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a point. They could have easily did that with every character. Now, granted, there are some angles and some situations that happen to other characters that add to that. But as far as just design wise, she's the only one that does that. And I think it's just because of eventually what we do with certain characters. Like Andre is really into he's a I forgot what the word is, misogynist. What's the word? He
Masochist.
like getting his ass
Ma-
beat,
oh
basically.
yeah, no masochist.
Masochist.
Yeah, masochist. Yep.
Yeah, but for everybody else, he like getting his ass beat. And so, you know what I'm saying? So like that's the kind of the dominatrix situation. So she needs to kind of had that design. And you kind of see it later when in the later episodes when she has that tight leather suit on. That's really the dominatrix look,
Mm.
right? So I get it. Everybody else's design is cool. I think Andre's design is very interesting. The big boy, but with the really small face. I like that for some reason. Usually you only see that with in certain situations, like a character where he say something and his face gets really small, but then it goes to normal size. But Andre just stays like that because it's like the
Mm-hmm.
big guy with the soft voice. I think that's a cool thing. Um, and I think that like Kay was saying, like this is you can tell the studio's done drama stuff before,
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you can see it is because in some of the animation stuff, in the very serious situation where they do the really dark, like the animation change and the faces had this real strong texture to it, and they draw the shadows back and they really darken everything, or they'll brighten something when like something's like really crazy, or like do like memories. So they do a really good job of matching the moment, and it makes you feel the moment and the energy that they're supposed to do. Like the animation matches the emotions that they want the audience to feel, and so yeah, I think animation wise, great. I think some of the designs are really cool. Um, yeah, I think they did a good job.
Understood. Understood. All right. I'm gonna try to make this quick, but I can't promise anything. Uh, so I don't want to harp on the animation part that everybody knows that I am the most annoyed about because, as we've established in this episode and the corrupted file, this anime is for a specific group of people, and I am not that specific group of people. And I say that as a woman that also enjoys titties. Like, you know, like if the setting was different, like if this was a office space that had a prison for some reason, you
Okay.
know, I'd be with the shits.
Yeah.
But
like a
see,
workplace comedy type thing, Nick? Or?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Prison work.
Prison.
Prison.
I'm dead.
Hey, JC staff, you're welcome. We just gave you your sequel. Thank you.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be more on board with those images, but other than that, like I mean, I understand why. I don't get why somebody decided to do it, but I get why they would. So that's all I'll say about that. Other than that, this anime visually hits a lot of the points that I really enjoy. Like I like the big, bold, contrasting colors. Like I like the dark, heavy lines. I like how intensely how intense some of the animations are. Like this anime is like super silly and immature, but then like you have this animation that's like so intense. Like Kiyoshi is doing like weird crazy stuff, and you see like these different like highlights in his face, and he's like his eyes are bulging and stuff, and they do like such a good good job. Even the details like in those facial reactions, like whether it's to Chio reacting to something that Kiyoshi did and she blushes, or Gakudo having like a eureka moment when he figures out what the plan is. And uh I feel like we didn't get enough from a lot from Joe because he was always covered up. Um but who else was there? Andre, like when they had him, like the image of him, like they I guess to show that he was like slightly maturing a little faster than the other kids with the hair when they was arm wrestling and stuff like that. Like who thought of that detail? I
Yeah.
don't know, but I thought it was cool to show like her weakness was like I guess like a maturing man or boy or something like that. Like, you know, they could have just said it, but they decided to like throw that little part in there. What else did I write in here about the animation? All of the characters, and this is shitting on School Days. Like one issue that we had with School Days was that all the characters kind of looked the same. They were born, you
Facts.
know.
No facts.
And this anime like is kind of like the more advanced version of School Days. It's like all the characters look different. The only ones who almost got mixed up for a second is like Anzu and Chio. But even then, like
Okay.
as soon as they
Sure.
start moving throughout the anime, like they're clearly written and animated like the way you see them like it's two different characters. So they did their best. But yeah, they all look different. Everybody has like if I think of all these characters in my head, like I can easily distinguish who is who. Um, so those details were pretty great. And oh yeah, that's all I got. So uh overall, like I said, like outside of the main big for me, I really like the way that it reminds me a lot of what I like about Tokyo Ghoul. It's like with the intense dark, like not the same animation style, but just the same elements, I guess, in order to like make it more dramatic throughout the anime. But yeah. All right. So, guys, that was our take on the animation. We're going to go into the sound next. I'll go ahead and go first because I don't have much to say about the sound. As much as I like the story, outside of I like the intro song. The outro song was cool. Um, Outside of the actual sound effects when they was whipping their ass, like they're like everything sound wise was pretty just. I would say what you expect, like your average good animated dude. Like the voice acting was good. I didn't watch the sub version this time around. I only watched the dub. So the voice acting was fine. I did enjoy how much effort they put into some of the intenseness. Like Kay was saying, like with the chairman and all his like dramatic, just oh shit.
What do you mean?
Gakuda, especially when he was going crazy and the inflections in his voice and stuff like that. All the like, I could watch this. Actually, I'll give him a little bit more than above average for the voice acting because, like, I could watch this anime with my eyes closed and still feel the same type of I hate to say emotion, but feel the same type of way about the story without actually seeing anything on the screen. I think that is a big uh it's a big some big props because a lot of stories can't do that with the voice acting alone. So um yeah, that's all I got for the sound. We'll move on to Stik next. What you got?
Yeah, I think the voice acting. Let's do the music first. Music first. I think the intro of the hard rock um intro was very interesting. Very interesting choice. Again, because like Kay said, it kind of portrays like, oh, this is gonna be a action story based. We're really gonna rah rah. You know what I'm saying? And then you get hit in the face with not that, but that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't take away from its legendary status. Obviously, the ending is interesting because it's basically, I would say, pictures or like kind of like a photo type of situation where you're kind of going through each um character, different characters or whatever. The one they end on is wild, by the way, but that's fine. I wasn't really interested in that theme song as much as the intro. So intro definitely beats the outro in this situation. I would also say, as far as the voice acting, I think everybody's character did pretty well. I think Andre is just that, again, that big man voice, but with that really small kind of not nasally, but small like little raspy voice that he has. I think it's such a good contrast for his character. You would think he would have like a deeper voice, but he doesn't. I think Gakudo's over the top, very proper, yours truly type of the voice that he does. I think that's really good. Lot of good voice actors here, man. Nick, just because you mentioned your favorite anime of all time. Kiyoshi is his voice actor did Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul.
Sounds
So
about right.
Holy shit! I didn't
so
know
that
that.
is a very good choice. The voice of Gakudo did Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. So I think
Oh, my
that's
villain
also a
code.
good one.
Yes.
Um,
Mm.
and then some of the girls, they did some stuff that they were in some of the other JC staff stuff. So I think they did good. I don't think anybody really. We've had some bad voice acting in this show, and I'm not even including ghost stories because I think that was just on purpose. Um, that was just on purpose. But like, not even glazing. I think this is just a. I think everybody did. They did what they were supposed to do with this type of scenario and this type of anime, whatever. So no one went over the top too much, and then I think everybody's voice just kind of meshed together well, and nothing felt out of place. But the best voice actor was clearly the chairman because his take on the script was great. Just saying the last word of every sentence, like very dramatic. Damn it! Like that's fire. I like that. I don't know if
It's
he was meant to do that, but if he made that
he,
choice, bravo to him, bro. Bravo to him.
he
When he was grilling them about what their favorite part of the woman's body.
What do you prefer? Speak. I was like, well, shit. Okay.
Like, why
Oh
is
boy,
this so
I got
intense
some.
right now?
I got something for that too.
Let's go
Uh-oh.
ahead and go to you next, DK.
Okay, cook up, nephew. Cook up. Cook up,
Sticks, you
nephew.
finish?
Oh, hey,
Yeah, he
bro, it's
done.
all you, my dog.
Okay, all right. And I'm not a hater of Kiyoshi, but I do need to get a couple things straight. Okay, so the principal asked him, are you, what type of band are you? And Kiyoshi had to go in his database because he wasn't the type of man, he said. So he straight lied to the principal. Let's get that out the way. And as a man who prefers the other way, it's like, yo, you if you wasn't if you was for the breast, just say that. Just say that. It's okay. Just get expelled, take your L.
It
Do
expelled.
not, do
Stand on
not.
your perversion is
How dare you?
crazy.
How dare
Yo.
stand on it? Stand on your business. And again, I'm done with Kiyoshi. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Let me go into the music. Okay. So like Six was saying, music was cool. The intro, it's this hard rock, thing that leads you to believe one thing, and then you get in there and it's titties. And then the ending, I don't even think I made it out there. I'm gonna be honest. The way that I was going through this show was I was I was on the edge of my seat, and this is the second time I watched it, so I don't even know how that happened. But I was just dying laughing most of the time, and I was just like, man, let me just skip. Let me just go. Let me
Yeah,
just go.
yeah.
But I will say this: the music throughout the show, it didn't really stand out, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was nothing that I heard that I was like, okay, this is a good song for this type of scene. It was more so just the music that was playing in the background was okay. It was good for the time, so nothing really that like stood out that I was like, oh, this is a real cool piano. This is a real cool little strings or synthesizer. Like
Mhm.
it wasn't any of that, but it was good enough to like push the show on and do what it needed to do. Voice actors. Um, again, principal, principal man, fucking. I don't know. I do not know if that was scripted, but and I hope I'm gonna believe that it wasn't. But that was good. That was a good idea, Vic, because it just every time he popped up on screen, I was just like, come on, just do it. Just do it one time. And it, he and he said something, and at the end, it's like just that great, amazing, amazing. But then I like Goku's voice actor too. All in all, the voice actors, I feel like they really cared about the show, and you can tell when a voice actor is just
Mhm.
getting paid to do something, and you don't really give a shit about it. But like these guys, really like invested their time, maybe even liked the show, and were like, all right, we're gonna try to capture, you know, the essence of these characters. And I just watched the dub, but the way that Goku's character, and I didn't know it was Shigaraki from Hero Academia, but it does make sense, and it works
Mhm.
perfectly because he has this proper voice to him, but it's like he's doing some very nefarious things. Like, but he's owning it. He's owning it, which is why I like him because he's not fucking Kiyoshi, but it's like, he's planning these awful things with this proper voice, and it kind of soothes you, but it's like it also just cracks you up because it's coming from this guy. You're like, dang, this is because he's dude. When the principal asked him the question, he referenced what did he? My dogs came in. Come on, gotta go. He referenced when the principal came in. He referenced like the pyramid question, where
Mhm.
it was like what stands on his toe. It was some type of riddle, but he went deep with it, and he's done that before, where he's gone to these deep lengths for these like horrible, not necessarily horrible, but for these perverted things. Like it's just the question: do you like ass or titties? Like what do you? Just we don't need to go that deep, bro.
but
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 the
nephew,
voice
there's
act.
a nephew, there's a dichotomy to it you didn't know.
I'm saying, it is delivered well. It's like you can tell that they had a lot of respect for it. And who else did I like? Um, I like I think her name was Chio. I like Chio's voice actor. She really portrayed like, the innocent kind of girl that was really just trying to date and do the right thing, but she didn't do it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little, it was just enough to where it was just believable. Every character on here was believable. I want to say the person that kind of like was off to me was Shingo. Um, and only because I'm used to hearing his voice for like some really like, dramatic characters, really important characters. So hearing it on, Shingo, who is like the guy who sold out his friends for some cheeks and then, went on a whole redemption arc. It's like, this is this kind of weird, but I mean it works. And then of course the beatdowns. The audio for the beatdowns was crazy. Like I don't know if that was taken from the internet or how they went about that. Beautiful work.
It was
Beautiful work.
great.
All in all, voice acting, probably get like 4 out of 5, just because it did throw me off sometimes, but it was good, man.
All right. Nisha, we come to you. How'd you feel?
I didn't really have much for the music, honestly. Like the beginning theme and then the theme, I wasn't really like. It seems like we've been on a streak with the recent anime. Like I'd say the past couple anime we watched, where I haven't been grabbed by the opening and ending themes. Like I
Sure.
don't know what it is. It's like for the anime itself, I'm like, okay, it's there, but like I haven't really felt the way about it. And the insert music in between for like some of the more intense moments, I'm like, it worked. Not really much else other than that. But the voice acting, this again, I really wasn't trying to compare Penny and Stocking to this, but like just I think the delivery in prison school is what drew me in more than what Penny and Stocking did. Because like what Penny and Stocking did, like it was just joke, perverted joke, and it was like really just no rhyme or reason. But the intensity, the delivery of everything the voice actors did, it actually made you give a fuck. Like it actually made you be like, okay, yeah, they're perverted, and I believe every part of their intention being completely horrible. So, into that, I'm trying to make sure I got my notes here. So the two lines that honestly cracked me up the most, which one of them summarized the whole show for me, and the other one was just like it just broke me. I'm not going for it. The first one is my name here, Carpe Diem Brothers. I was like, God damn it! I was like, it was just the shot of the five of them in the light behind them, and everybody going to the school. Carpe Diem Brothers. I'm like, God damn it, that's good. I hate it. I'm pissed. That cracked me up. I am pissed. And then I can't remember if it was Mako or Hana that said this, but their will to live is similar to that of a cockroach. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like the audience for this anime. Yep, that sounds like the audience for this anime. In that line specifically. But yeah, voice acting, I would definitely say it did this anime fully justice, like completely. Music, down the middle.
Yeah, it definitely the voice acting and the other sound effects and all the other just crazy stuff. Like, I'm kind of glad they didn't put too much focus on the music because it might have made the anime overstimulated.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah,
That's the one. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it wasn't distracting. You know what I'm saying? I think there was
Yeah.
a possibility that it could have been distracting. I think the scenes that had like the more dramatic stuff, I think it did well, but we
Hmm.
focused on what was happening versus what we were listening to.
Facts, facts, facts. All
Indeed.
right. So, with that said, uh, hoping Kay can still hear me right now. uh we're gonna go into everybody's favorite part of the podcast, which is our ratings. And this is one thing that has not changed since the original pod. So we rate the anime on a scale of 1 to 5. One being you never want to watch this again. You rather watch Toast Toast. Or number 5, you love to watch this again. You want everybody in the world to watch it. I want you to watch it. I'm begging you to watch it, you know. And we rate the anime. We do this for everyone, every episode. So with that said, I really want to save K and Stick for last. Uh,
Nick, I
so
wonder why.
Nisho, you go ahead and start us off with your rating.
Nick, why do you want to save Can't Stick for last? There's no way we
We all know why. I love their takes, you know.
Oh shit. Okay. Whew. We have come to the almighty rating. I am not gonna lie. I feel like when I first watched this, I really kind of looked at it just in the case of like, yeah, it's really perverted. I don't know how to feel about this. In fact, for a better perspective, like I think how I felt about watching Penny and Stocking is how I felt initially watching Prison School. But rewatching it, like
Fair.
I was genuinely entertained. I was really honest to God entertained. Like voice acting and the delivery was genuinely the best part that sold this whole thing for me. Do I believe in the story of saving 5 perverts from their fate? No. Um, but overall, like I can't front. Like this was genuinely a good rewatch. I'm honest. I'm honestly glad we got this again. 'Cause, like the first time I know, I'm like, this fucking anime wheel keeps fucking us over every time. But I will say, in the specific instance of us rewatching Prison School, I was enjoyed. In that regard, I will give Prison School the rewatch. By the way, the rewatch, I'll give it a 3.5.
All right.
I'll give it a 3.5.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Dang.
Now
Okay.
would I recommend this to people?
Absolutely.
Stik,
Yes.
call my brother. Your turn is to come. Yeah. Well, yeah, nah, I'd say 3.5. Would I recommend to be like, yeah, watch it for the engaging story and the riveting animation? Hell no.
For sure.
But the story is engaging.
It is.
To a very niche audience. Anyway.
All right. I hear you, Nisha. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll say this, man. This second time around, my feelings towards this anime, I felt conflicted. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, the first time watching, I was actually, super shocked that the storyline itself that I really enjoyed, the voice acting, all that stuff, um, and all that was good. The second time around, it was a little bit harder to impress me. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching, hoping for something that I missed, and something else that made the anime kind of almost be like, you know, not classic worthy, but something that would make it great. And I didn't get that. It was still the same old anime, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just isn't a good thing either, you know. It made me rethink a little bit of how like I really consider our recommendation ratings on
Okay.
this 1 to 5 scale. And I was like, what is a one to
So,
me? What is a two? What is a three? What is a 4 or 5?
Okay.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
And as far as my recommendation, whether or not you should watch this on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being I would love for you to watch it. Number 1 being don't. um, this anime is intense. It's silly.
Yeah.
It's immature. It's drawn beautifully. It's drawn beautifully. As y'all can see, I'm still kind of conflicted about my rating.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. She did not confirm her score before she got here. She is
not
like
legit.
that's
questioning
crazy.
everything that's happening.
I didn't. I didn't. But with all this, the chaos, the ridiculousness of it, I give it a 2.5.
Okay.
For the casual anime watcher. If this is your first time at watching anime and you're just watching this pod or listening to the pod because you are curious about anime and you want a recommendation, no, this is not for you.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
Go watch Kill la Kill or something. Get you primed and
Kill
ready.
la Kill is the one you choose?
Yeah.
That's the one?
It's not as intense as this
one.
Oof.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
like
know.
that.
Like you could have thrown
Yeah.
anything else out there and you do
I
Kill la
would've
Kill.
shit.
That's kind of wild.
Shit, I would have
Alright.
said Kill la Kill too. Shit. Wait.
And it's only because for me, as like a beginning anime watcher, while it was shocking, by the end of it, because the story was so good, I was like,
it has
Okay.
a story. It has a
Yeah.
more what you call it story. So I can see that. But it
Yeah.
does also have elements of this.
Yeah, and it's a lot for the first time. So I get why you have that reaction, but I was just thinking back to that frame of mind when I just started watching anime, and I'm like, oh, like I'm just saying that type of anime
Yeah.
would prepare you for this one.
Sure. For sure. For sure. For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Or maybe even Tokyo Ghoul. Like it's not as intense on the sexual side of things. It implies some things, but
Mm.
it's still an intense anime. And at the end of the day, old boy wanted to eat Kaneki. Was Kaneki was eating the
God
girl.
damn
So
it.
it's
Yeah.
still crazy odd. So yeah, I give it a 2.5, man. It you already know where it loses points for me.
Sure.
But also the story is just so good. The ridiculousness of it is just so jarring. Like, should you watch it? I don't know. you know, hey, do your thing.
Mhm.
Do your thing. Uh, who do I want to go next? Uh, Stick. You can go ahead and go next, man.
Cool. All right. How do I want to address this? Um, During this current run, we have watched School Days and we have watched Panty and Stocking over the last, I would say, within the last 4 episodes, we've watched 3 different anime that uh sex has been a very prevalent theme, right? And to me, I think they're all comedies. Even School Days. I know School Days was supposed to be like some type of drama. It was funny as fuck to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just be perfectly honest with you. Watching Homeboy just get laid when he didn't deserve it was hilarious to me. It is what it is, right?
You all forgot that happened.
No, I can't forget it. It was so flabbergasting. Um, and the last episode I told you, Panty and Stockings, I was like, after watching that, I was like, I had a bigger appreciation for Prison School, and I already had a high one, right? Y'all saw the reaction I had when it landed on the wheel. You know what I'm saying? You saw the reaction I had when the wheel landed on it, right? And the reason is because, like Nisho said, where Panty and Stocking was, it was like, let me throw as many jokes on top of each other,
Mm-hmm.
like literally on top of each other, bang, 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 bang. Afterwards, this is what people want.
Pun intended.
Sometimes we just want nuance, right? That's funny. Sometimes we just want nuance, right? We just want it. We know what the kind of jokes you're gonna throw at us, but just make it flow correctly. And I think Prison School does that. As much as we talk about the hypersexuality and the setting of the show, it's not like they're like throwing the jokes on top of each other. Like they
Yeah.
they they serve a purpose, right? They serve a purpose, no matter how nefarious they are. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think the story is fine, but I think where you really love Prison School is just the interpersonal battles and the interpersonal subplots, the breaking out to go to the sumo, the dressing as the girl to get out of there, Shingo with Anzu, um, the daughter versus the dad and the chairman or whatever. There's so many small things that happen throughout that keep you engaged. Where stuff like Panty and Stocking is like, oh, we're just doing this 15-minute episode and we're going fast, so we need to make as many jokes as possible. Or like School Days, where it's like we're you know what the plot is, but like there's not as much subplot. So like you're so focused on 3 different characters with those. I think Prison School is the for me right now is the baseline of the great I think it's called ecchi anime. Lewd naughty anime is basically what it is. Because they balance everything perfectly. And I will say that as much as yes, are the women are played as tools in the anime, but I also think that they have a level of power in the anime, right? So it's kind of like balancing both. Like, yes, are they scantily clad? Do we see stuff during the anime? Yes. However, they are allowed in the anime to possess a level of power that is typically reserved for men in animes. So like they're able to imprison people. They're able to be violent toward people. You never see them hit the women, which is sometimes it happens in anime, depending on what anime it is, right? Like if it's a fighting anime or whatever. But this one, they never really get any of the shit off. They getting their ass beat. Hana be kicking the fuck out them dudes. It is hilarious. Every time she gets them kicks off, bro,
Black
wild.
Air Force energy.
Black Air Force
she is a
energy.
Black Air Force. No. Nah.
You feel me? Mako out here doing German suplexes and shit. No, so it's just they possess this level of, yes, I am, and again, they're teenagers, so just take this with a grain of salt. Yes, I possess this level of sexuality, right? But I'm also possessing the power of showing that I will not allow the men or the boy, whatever how you want to put it, the male uh dominance to preserve what we have going on. We're the leaders of this school, right? So I just think they do a lot of great things. Yeah, I think the original score I gave was a 4. I will say that today, I will tell you that after we watched that episode, or as we did that episode, and it got corrupted, I felt a thing. I felt longing. I felt I missed the anime. So when I was on Amazon and I saw that the box set was a very reasonable price, yes, I did buy it. I did buy it. It is chilling on my shelf right now. I wish I would got it. I would have showed you. Don't pull my card. I have it. I'll show you. It's cool.
We believe
Yeah,
it is.
You might need to send send a picture or video to me so I can edit and post.
That's fine. I'll do it. Hey, listen, whatever. It's there.
This is the picture with Stik with the box set.
I am. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that exact pose.
I feel it.
I think that's how legendary this anime is. So for me, I'm bumping it up to a listen. Again, like Nick said, casual watchers, I would say no. But I'm recommending just based off how much I enjoyed it. This is a 4.5, bro. I'm sorry. This is fantastic. This was funny from episode 1 to episode 12. The only thing I would say is that this should have had a season 2. The way that ended, I need to see how the girls handle prison. I need to see how they handle, and the manga does a good. If you read some up on the manga on the second season, I need that animated, bro. I'm sorry. So that's my only thing. But 4.5.
Okay.
Need to see how the girls handle it. Stik, sir. Dang.
No pause, my boy. No pause. No pause.
They have corrupted
this
man.
Corruption corrupts. Corruption corrupts.
Hey, corrupted file, corrupted Stik. Pause again. It don't matter.
Hey, Mo. All right. Okay, let's get into your rating.
Like I said before, this is somebody's dream. This is somebody's dream. I'm gonna hop right into the rating, man. If you're a beginner and you just dabbing your toe in the anime, I would stay far away from this one. You need to go through some rigorous training. You gotta go into the far ends. You gotta see something. You might have to go to Japan. You might have to venture out the country. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Damn.
You gotta get some.
Said pay for a ticket.
Look, you gotta think about it. We did this episode some years ago. It got corrupted, and it took years for Nicole to come back and be like, okay, you know what? I've seen some ends. I can properly rate this show now, bro. That's serious. That's serious. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's not for the faint of heart. If you, man, honest, it's so many reasons not to watch this show. It is so many reasons. If you love your mother, if you have a daughter, if you have a
nephew, you cooking low key. Keep going. You cooking.
If you know anybody who has like large breasts and it's a problem, because that's a real problem. That weighs on your back. It's
Yeah.
it's a real thing. If man, it's tough. It's so many reasons. Don't do it. 1 to 5. One out of 5, man. 1 out of 5 if you're a beginner. Stay away from this. This ain't for you. For me personally. Now we already knew what this was. It's a 5 out of 5. Let's not let's not do this. If I could rate it higher, yes, Dick, you were right. I would rate it fucking higher. That's right. That's right. And I would tell you why. I would tell you why, man. Because just looking at it from a surface level, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, it's super sexist. Yeah, it's got some things, and yeah, the principal does go harsh quite a bit, maybe too many times to count. And he's also a pervert, and it is what it is. But the anime itself is genius because I've watched enough comedies from just like anime and cartoon comedies uh, that have been like, all right, but this one is it's on the line of it's dramatic, and if honestly, if the author wanted to write, something that was serious with this same concept, they had ample space to just cut a lot of the bullshit out
Oh,
and
yeah.
write that. But also, he could have just gone the school days route and just been on bullshit the whole time, and that wouldn't have been as enjoyable. But he kind of, balances it well together, and everyone understands their assignment from the voice actors to the animators, and the characters just come together so well that it's a good show. It's definitely, man, it's legendary, man. It's a if you are like a anime watcher and you want to, just fill out the different types of great animes, this is definitely one that you gotta check out. If if not for the comedy, just the style in which that the guy, I do not know the author's name, but the author borders on this line of, yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's a good story. It keeps you on the edge of the seat. Like
Mhm.
it's a couple instances that I'm like, okay, I can see this in somebody I know, or I've seen this before in a movie where the guy betrays his friends and then comes back for his redemption arc. Like it's been done before, so
Mhm.
it's just as many reasons not to watch the show as it is to watch the show. So it is good. And then my final point to it is this show, and it's weird too because like in the manga there's like some talk of how the anime ends. It ends kind of abruptly. And not to like tell everything, but basically Kiyoshi ends up doing something and then Chiyo ends up becoming like uh, a prison guard herself, which is just completely turns the show on its head and a lot of people are upset about it. But it's in the show in itself is kind of like this um it's like this giving the fans what they want. Like if you guys it's like the animator it's like the writer said, if you guys really want this horny shit this bad, how about you get it from women who will beat the shit out of you? Let me see if you still gonna watch
Yeah.
it.
No.
And sure enough,
God
they
damn.
fucking watched it and fucking ate that shit up. So I like to see the fact that it's like it was delivered in that way, and then also we don't get a lot of animes where like women are in power and are just beating the brakes out of these motherfuckers. Like to your point, like huh? Boy, she was coming in with that sweet chin music. She
Yep.
was not playing no
There you
type
go.
of
Yep.
game. And it's like it's refreshing. It's refreshing to see that. So yeah, man, 5 out of 5. But if you're gonna watch it, run some laps, you know, fill out the world. You gotta train. You gotta train.
If
All right.
anything, me and Kay are part of the feminist movement now. We're leaders in the
Oh my
feminist
God.
movement. If anything,
Prison school.
if anything, we are leaders in the
Bro.
feminist movement. So
Bro.
I just want to say you're
Couple of
welcome.
Andres. All right. Well, I'm not going to add no commentary onto that. Ladies and gentlemen, Stick and K.
Jesus.
We're going to go ahead and move into the anime wheel. It's getting pretty late.
I'm gonna give it to the enemy gods.
Oh, shoot. All right, so this is the part of the anime podcast of the Together We Anime podcast where we choose an anime to watch for the month of December. So I don't know what I'm hoping for. It's been a year with this anime. Will it's been 6 months, I guess, since we've been back. However long it's been. So whenever you're ready, you can share that screen.
Did you hit the share button?
Oh, my bad. I thought I did. There we go.
I will say, I'm surprised at the range of the scores we gave it this time around. It's pretty diverse range of scores.
Yeah, and I mean, it didn't do as bad as some. So
I wish we could remember what we gave it originally.
No facts.
Yeah. I'm so pissed.
Why is this? Oh, there we go.
All right.
Oh,
it is
Wait, nephew,
sharing.
This
All right.
Seeing the wheel. I just realized.
All right, man. Oh, here we go.
Okay, you here for the wheel, my boy?
I'm here for the wheel.
Oh shit.
All right. So this is our anime wheel, everybody. This is how we randomly select an anime to watch for the month of December. Yeah, so this is the next one we're gonna be talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and press the button.
Fuck. I am all right.
All right, where are we landed today?
Where are we landed for the end of the year?
And it looks like we're gonna do.
Whoa! Hold on.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh shit! Okay.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man.
Okay. I'm interested. This is one of those animes where, like, if I wasn't on this pod, I probably would not have gone for it because just the premise seems kind of iffy. But I've seen a lot about the characters, so I'm interested.
All right.
This is gonna be a rewatch for me.
Do we know who put this on there out of the three of us? Does anybody remember?
I don't think it was me.
All right. It might have been me from a suggestion somebody gave me then.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Cause I already binged like through season 1. So
I heard that. Well, we're gonna say it was me. People just be suggesting stuff to me. I'm like, all right, I'll throw it on the list. If it pops up, pops up. So there you go, people. We are watching Chainsaw Man. This time around. It's gonna be. I kind of feel a little part missing in my heart from what we just watched these last 2 months. But I'm excited to get into something different. So with that said, K-Friend. Oh shoot. I forgot. You can find me online at Together We Anime on all the things. Stik, where can they find you?
Stick around 54, STIK around 54 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also go visit braxtonbooks.com for some books.
Nisho, where can they find you?
Instagram, NishoSoul Music. That's where you can find everywhere else. You can find me at Music by the end of the year.
All right, Kay. Do you want the people to find you?
Nope.
All right.
You're good.
I'm about to wrap this up, but I just want to say, even in the moments when you were being serious, I was trying so hard not to laugh at you in that mic. I was trying so hard.
Still not connected to nothing.
It's the fact that he's holding it and talking into it, and I'm just like, this man is out of his mind.
The gang's all here, goddamn.
He on that Gakudo insanity.
It'll pull us through. It'll get us through, damn it.
I was like, wow, he's still doing it. You were committed, and I appreciate your commitment to being uniform with the rest of us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But with that said,
Oh, shit.
yeah, we done. This was great. Join us next time for the pod, and can't wait to talk about the next one. Hands up. Bonsai. All right.